Picture this. You're alone at home, the night deadly quiet, when you catch a glimpse of someone watching you from the neighbor's empty house. But what if they're not outside anymore? Welcome back to Midnight Tales, where the shadows hide more than you think. Tonight's story is The Stranger in the Window. It's about Emma, a 24-year-old graphic designer who moved to a quiet suburb to escape the chaos of city life. Her house was perfect. 2 stories, a small garden, and neighbors who kept to themselves. But the house next door had been empty for months. Boarded windows, overgrown weeds, and that constant feeling of abandonment. Emma didn't mind at first, she liked the privacy. Emma's days were routine. Work from home, jog in the evenings, and binge-watch shows at night. One evening, as the sun dipped low, she glanced out her kitchen window while making dinner. That's when she saw it, a silhouette in the neighbor's upstairs window. Just a shape, unmoving, staring right at her house. She froze, fork in hand. Was it a person? Or maybe a trick of the light? She blinked and it was gone. Shaking it off, she told herself it was nothing. But that night, sleep didn't come easy. She kept peeking through her curtains, half expecting to see it again. The next day, curiosity got the better of her. During her lunch break, she searched online for info about the neighbor's house. Turns out, the previous owners had vanished mysteriously a year ago. No forwarding address, no sale listing. Just gone. Emma laughed it off as urban legend fodder. But that evening, as she watered her plants, there it was again. The figure clearer this time. Tall, shadowy, with what looked like pale skin and dark eyes fixed on her. Her heart raced. She grabbed her phone, snapped a photo, but it came out blurry, nothing but a smudge against the glass. Over the next few days, the sightings became routine. Always at twilight, always watching. Emma started closing her blinds early, but she'd catch glimpses when she dared to look. She confided in her best friend, Lisa, over video call. "It's probably a squatter," Lisa said. "Call the cops." Emma did, but the police did a quick check and found nothing. No signs of entry, no footprints. "Empty as a tomb," the officer joked. But Emma wasn't laughing. She installed a security camera aimed at the house, but it only captured static glitches at night. One stormy afternoon, Emma decided to investigate herself. Heart pounding, she crept over to the neighbor's backyard, peering through a cracked fence board. The house looked derelict inside, dusty furniture, cobwebs. But upstairs in that window, was that movement? She backed away, tripping over a root, and ran home. That night, as rain pelted her roof, she reviewed the camera footage. There it was, the figure stepping into frame for a split second, face obscured but somehow familiar. Emma couldn't shake the unease. She started sleeping with the lights on, but dreams plagued her, visions of the stranger whispering through the walls. The next morning, she found a note slipped under her door, "I see you too." Her blood ran cold. No handwriting she recognized, just block letters. Was it a prank? Or something worse? She called Lisa again, who urged her to stay with her in the city. But Emma refused. This was her home and she wouldn't be driven out. Determined, Emma dug deeper online. Forums buzzed with stories about the house. Rumors of a family curse, a disappearance tied to a drifter who squatted there years ago. One post chilled her. "The watcher doesn't just look, it waits for the right moment." Emma scoffed, but installed motion sensor lights around her property. That night, they flickered on sporadically, casting long shadows. She watched from her bedroom window, and there he was. The stranger, closer now, pressed against the glass of the empty house, smiling? No, it couldn't be. The following day, Emma visited the local library, poring over old newspapers. She found an article from a decade ago. A man named Elias Crow, accused of stalking neighbors, had lived in that house before vanishing. Photos showed a gaunt face, piercing eyes, the same as her blurry snapshot. Shaken, she rushed home as dusk fell. Her camera app pinged. Motion detected. Footage showed the figure not in the neighbor's window, but crossing the yard toward her house. Panic set in. Emma barricaded the doors, called the police again. "We'll send a car," they said. Waiting in the dark, she heard scratching at the back door, like nails on wood. Peeking through the peephole, nothing. But when she turned, a shadow flitted past her living room window. Her phone rang, unknown number. She answered, heart in throat. Static, then a whisper, "Emma?" How did it know her name? The police arrived, searched both houses, nothing. "Probably kids messing with you," they said. But Emma knew better. She packed a bag, planning to crash at Lisa's. As she drove away that night, she glanced in the rearview mirror. The neighbor's window was empty. Relief washed over her, until she got to Lisa's and unpacked. In her suitcase, tucked among clothes, another note. "You can't run." Freaked out, Emma stayed up all night researching Elias Crowmore. Deeper dives revealed he wasn't just a stalker. He'd been obsessed with mirrors and windows, claiming they were portals to the other side. Witnesses said he'd vanish for days, only to reappear watching from impossible places. Was this some ghost? Or a copycat? Lisa tried to calm her. "It's coincidence. Stay here." But Emma's phone buzzed with alerts. Her home camera was live streaming. Logging in, she saw the living room empty. Then a figure stepping into frame from the hallway. It turned to the camera, face hidden in shadow, and waved. Emma screamed, dropping her phone. Lisa grabbed it. "That's your house. Call the cops." But when police checked again, the place was secure. No forced entry. Desperate, Emma returned home the next day with a friend for backup. They searched every inch, attic, basement, nothing. But in the attic, she found an old mirror covered in dust. Wiping it clean, her reflection stared back, and behind her, a faint outline of the stranger. She spun around, empty. That evening, as she tried to sleep, creaks echoed through the house. She bolted upright, grabbing a baseball bat. Downstairs, the kitchen window fogged up as if someone breathed on it from inside. Emma couldn't take it anymore. She set up her phone to record her bedroom that night, lights dimmed, bat by her side. Hours ticked by, midnight, 1 a.m., nothing. Exhaustion won, she dozed off. But in the witching hour, she stirred, sensing a chill. Eyes fluttering open, she glanced at the window, and there he was. The stranger, standing right in her own window, face pressed against the glass from inside the room. Not outside, inside. His pale skin, hollow eyes, that twisted smile. It was Elias, or whatever he'd become. She screamed, scrambling back. The figure didn't move, just watched. In terror, she lunged for the light, flicked it on. Gone. Vanished like smoke. Gasping, she checked the recording. There it was, her sleeping form, then the window darkening as the stranger appeared, but the footage glitched, showing the figure stepping out from her closet, crossing the room silently, standing at the window, staring down at her bed. The truth hit like ice. The stranger wasn't in the neighbor's house. It had been in hers all along, watching from reflections, from shadows, waiting to get closer. Emma fled that night, never returning. The house sits empty now next to the other. But locals say on quiet evenings, you can see a silhouette in the window, watching, waiting for the next occupant. Was it a ghost, a hallucination, or something that crosses through when you're most vulnerable? Sweet dreams, viewers. If you see someone in the window tonight, make sure it's not in yours. The shadows linger long after the lights go out. If you hear a tap at your window tonight, don't look too closely, it might be waiting just for you. Stay tuned for more midnight tales where fear finds a home. Thanks for watching, brave souls. Subscribe to Shadow Whispers for more stories that crawl out of the dark. And remember, check your windows before you sleep. Sweet nightmares until next time.